Jayden Daniels is lighting it up as a rookie, but he almost never even made it on his high school football team. He was so skinny that he needed to get medically cleared by a doctor before he could play. And this narrative never left him.
One of the things that I talked to Jayden Daniels about today was his size, because we've heard people potentially point to concerns there. Do you think teams will be worried about him being too slight?
But despite his slender frame, Jayden Daniels has put the world of football on notice, one level at a time. Since he got that medical clearance in high school, his performance has even left lasting changes to his community. And he isn't just a good rookie quarterback, he's breaking records that make you wonder, is he the best rookie quarterback that we've ever seen? Jayden Daniels was raised in San Bernardino, California, which is a rough place to live. With a population of about 216,000, there are estimated to be 45 gangs with a total of about 1,000 members, meaning roughly 1 in every 200 people there is a gang member. In a city known for violence, the high school he would attend, Cajon High School, was not known for football. Jayden's parents were big supporters when it came to Jayden playing the game, especially his father, who once played for Iowa State. Jayden's dad thought he could make a nice cornerback, but Jayden showed promise as a quarterback. He wanted to play varsity ball, but due to the fact that he was under 15 and weighed so little, he needed to be medically cleared first.
About 100 and They got 137 pounds on here, but I think he was more like 128. They gonna always upgrade it a little bit. Ball bigger than him, but okay.
Chill out.
No, for real. Look at that, man.
The first doctor that Jayden went to refused to sign a waiver to allow him to play, citing there was too great a risk for him to get hurt. Luckily, he didn't stop there, and eventually got cleared to play by another doctor. He also got a start as a freshman. From there on, Jayden would completely transform the school's football program. He led the team to the playoffs in his freshman year. In his junior year, he led the team to a CBL title. In his senior year, another CBL title. He didn't just help Cajon High School win championships, he did so in style. He set records with his career 211 passing and rushing touchdowns and 17,642 all-purpose yards. Add on the fact that he was a sprinter and hurdler for his high school, and he soon had colleges waiting in line to get a chance at recruiting him. There was still some hesitation about his size, but after seeing what he had done in high school, 25 different colleges were sure his skills would translate to their level. Cajon High School was so grateful for Jayden Daniels putting their program on the map that they later honored him in a major way by literally putting him on the map. Seriously. If you look on a map for the high school stadium that Jayden Daniels used to play at, you'll see it is now named after him. Even the city of San Bernardino hopped on the bandwagon, but took it a step further. They declared January 20th to be Jayden Daniels Day and gave him a key to the city. These were tremendous honors that Daniels received while he was still in college, but his college football career proved to be his biggest challenge yet. People wonder how Jayden Daniels got here, how he seemingly exploded on the NFL scene in an instant. But Daniels has been grinding it out for years. It wasn't easy to get where he did by the end of his college career, breaking conference records and D1 records while inspiring comparisons to Lamar Jackson.
I don't like when people really try to compare me to Lamar.
Too bad, it's happening. Of the 25 colleges recruiting Jayden Daniels, he chose Arizona State. In an all-too-familiar scene, the freshman was the starting quarterback for the team. In an even more familiar scene, people were still doubting the slender kid. Jayden Daniels was now 6'3" and 185 pounds, but he'd be playing against much bigger competition.
Because you went to ASU just like that. Nah, but think about it, though. Your freshman year at ASU, you was legit, but you was a stick match.
In his first college game against Kent State, he threw 2 touchdowns and ran 1 in, leading his team to a 30-7 victory. They won their first 3 games, but struggled in the Pac-12. By the time they finished their 10th game, their record was 5-5, but they were 2-5 in the conference, which included a 4-game losing streak and a game where the offense only put up 3 points under his command. When things looked to be at their lowest, they then had to face off against Justin Herbert and his 6th-ranked Oregon Ducks. Would Jayden Daniels crumble?
The tackle with advantage in your hand. Would he at least help blow up the play? 2nd and 11. Daniels is rolling, Looking for a downfield shot. Lofts it to Darby, and his man beat, and dances into the end zone.
Far from it. He kept ASU in the game, delivering so many big plays, and he did more than just keep them in it.
Bill's going to come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. But a downfield shot to Ayuk. A foot race. They won't get him. Wow.
Jayden Daniels led his Sun Devils to victory over the Ducks in a huge upset. This was his biggest win yet. ASU finished the season 8-5. Jayden had 17 touchdowns on the season and only 2 picks. But then, with his sophomore year in 2020, the pandemic struck, shutting down the entire season. Though he only played 4 games, his numbers weren't trending in the right direction. In 2021, he was able to play a full season, and still his numbers weren't jumping off the page. High completion percentage, but only 10 touchdowns paired with 10 interceptions. It only got worse because there was controversy surrounding Daniels. An NCAA investigation was conducted, finding that ASU violated recruiting protocols and met with potential players during the pandemic. And right in the middle of it all was Jayden's mother, who was allegedly assisting the head coach, Antonio Pierce, with some of these unlawful recruiting tactics. This led to a good deal of turnover on the ASU coaching staff, but Daniels announced in December of 2021 that he'd be back, only to later change his mind and transfer to LSU. Fans were pissed, and his teammates were so angry they raided his locker.
This shit out. He out of this. Suck anyways.
Some even wondered if these kids were right. He'd be playing in the SEC now, the best competition in all of college football. But once at LSU, Jayden Daniels proved that he not only belonged, but was better than everybody. His interception rate dropped, and both his touchdowns and completion percentage increased. In his 5th and final college season, Jayden Daniels really went off. A completion percentage of 72.2%, 40 touchdowns, and only 4 picks.
So Jayden Daniels this year led in like every statistical category. That offense was a juggernaut. But something that struck out to me watching his tape over the last week that you can't always see in the numbers is the impact that his rushing ability, the threat of it has on defenses.
It's Lamar Jackson-esque, isn't it? In one game against Florida, Daniels busted out the entire repertoire, passing the ball all over the field and running past countless defenders. By the end of the game, he broke an SEC record, 606 all-purpose yards, more yards than a player had ever had in one game in the toughest conference in college football. Add to that achieving something that no quarterback in all of FBS history had ever done before, throwing for at least 350 yards while also running for at least 200 yards in the same game. It was an untouchable achievement in an unbelievable season at LSU. It led to the Heisman Trophy and his draft prospects being at an all-time high. After his Heisman season, Jayden Daniels had a lot of believers, but with all highly rated QBs coming into the draft, the doubters were certainly there. He was now supposedly 6'4", 210 pounds.
I mean, I think there's be some teams that look at him and say, there's no way you're 210 pounds, but I would look at the tape and say he rushed for over 1,000 yards in each of the last 2 seasons in the SEC, where they have some NFL-sized defenders. We saw
Daniels would even go on to break an NFL record in just the beginning of his rookie year. Caleb Williams went number 1 overall to the Bears, and Daniels went number 2 to the Commanders. Maybe that was best for him because he got paired up with Washington's new offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury. People love what Kingsbury has been doing as the OC, and many have pointed to it being rookie quarterback friendly, like Bengals cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt. The offense might be simple, but only to Washington's benefit. It's been easy for Daniels to understand what he needs to do, and he's begun carving up NFL defenses with it. Halfway through his rookie season, Daniels and his offense put up less than 20 points only once. They put up 34 or more points 4 times, and they were 6-2. Additionally, through those first 8 games, the former Heisman winner faced off against 6 other Heisman-winning quarterbacks: Baker Mayfield, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, and Lamar Jackson. Going toe-to-toe with each of them, he wound up 4-2. His passing touchdowns and low numbers of interceptions have been moderately good. His rushing touchdowns have been an excellent bonus, but his accuracy is what really stood out. Only twice in his first 8 games was his completion percentage below 60%, and 5 times it was over 70%. Cam Taylor-Britt said the offense was simple, right? Well, what did Jayden Daniels do against Cam's Bengals?
Good protection, aired out. McLaurin, he's got it. First and goal inside the 5.
So simple, but they couldn't stop him.
First and goal from the 4. Daniels is going to walk it in for the touchdown.
So simple that Daniels connected on almost every single pass.
Look at the hit he takes, Nate.
That is incredible. To throw that ball that accurately with a man jumping through your chest. Oh, it's incredible.
After beating the Bengals in a Monday night shootout 38-33, Jayden Daniels had already broken an NFL record. With a minimum of 20 pass attempts, no rookie had ever had as high a completion percentage in one game as Daniels. He went 21 for 23, 91.3%.
Not a show of dinking or dunking. He averaged 9 yards per air attempt, completed 8 passes over 10 yards. Wow. Now,
many have torn down Cincinnati's suspect defense, and even if they aren't top 10, there's still a professional defense going against a rookie. So how did Jayden Daniels get to tearing up these NFL defenses? Well, it might be because he's one of the most pro-ready QBs to enter the league in a while. He's played a total of 55 games in college. Compare that to other recent quarterbacks to be picked high in the draft. Caleb Williams played 37 games in college, Drake May played 30, Trevor Lawrence 40, Justin Fields 34, Zach Wilson 30 games. All have seen some level of success, but definitely with plenty of struggles as well. None are close to the 55 games Jayden Daniels started in college. He's been ready for the pros. Jayden Daniels got here with tons of preparation, with tons of repetition. He's used the doubt around his smaller frame as fuel to overcome adversity. Still, there is some lingering concern that he could be injury-prone. But after that insane play to beat the Bears in the final seconds, he might have both the skill and good luck to be a major name in the league. Thanks for watching. If you liked our video, be sure to subscribe and check out our other videos on the screen.